The truck, which was heading to Accra from Michel Camp, crashed into the toll booth around 6:30 a.m., injuring about 7 people who were at the scene. The deceased, Isaac Kojokumsin, who is said to have a hearing impairment, was sweeping the vicinity at the time and was oblivious to the shout from bystanders for him to flee as the truck approached. The truck ran over his 2 legs and the left hand. A stolen vehicle that had stopped at one of the booths was struck in the process and the toll booth destroyed. An eyewitness said he saw the driver asleep behind the wheel. The toll booth attendant could be seen wailing. The injured, including a pregnant woman, were rushed to the Tema Regional Hospital, where the health director, Dr. Richard Anthony, confirmed the death of the cleaner despite strenuous efforts to save him.
The latest update is that the male that had multiple crash injuries passed away some few minutes ago. In fact, when you asked me earlier on about the chances, I said 50-50.
That's correct.
And he had a lot of bleeding. In fact, he went into shock. We did all we could to resuscitate, giving him blood to replace the lost blood that he had. In fact, he bled a lot. In fact, if you look at the injury, most people will not be able to look at it. It was a crash injury. 2 limbs gone, 1 upper limb almost gone. The other 6 are stable. 1 is also not in too good a state. However, we believe that most of them will pull through.
A government delegation led by Roads Minister Kwesi Mokata visited the scene and subsequently the victims in the hospital. He promised government will bear the cost of treatment for the victims and also review safety protocols at toll booths to ensure maximum protection for the attendants.
Well, it's terrible. I don't know whether you have been to the accident scene. It's a terrible situation. This is something nobody expected, nobody contemplated. As accidents occur, when people are not aware. Perhaps that's why we call them accidents. It's so unfortunate, it's so regrettable. We have lost one of the collectors.
Right. Yeah. You said that you are taking care of them. Is that
yes, of course, yes.
Putting their bills?
Yes, no, they are working for us and working for government of Ghana, and unfortunately, they have been involved in this accident. Yes, government, is prepared to take care of their bills.
Tema Region MTTD Commander Chief Superintendent William Asante has ruled out brake failure as a cause of the accident. He tells Joy News the driver of the truck with registration number GG 354220 will be charged with careless and inconsiderate driving.
Now the driver involved, the tipper truck driver, is in our custody. He did not sustain any serious injury, so he's now in our custody. We are going to caution him, then invite the testing officers to also test the vehicle to know the cause of the accident. Our layman's view tells me that there was no brake failure.
There was no brake failure?
No brake failure.
How do you conclude on that, sir, since you've not done any investigation?
At what distance did he discover that the brakes are not working? I've interrogated him myself. Where he wanted to pass, there was a car parked there. So he decided to go to where this thing was empty. Then the saloon car also happens to be ahead of him. So from where he was and where the saloon car was, it was a short distance. So he couldn't save the situation, but rather driving into the saloon car. That was what happened. It wasn't any brake failure. If careless and inconsiderate driving.
Careless and inconsiderate driving?
Yes.
Will that be the charge against you?
Yes. And now that one has passed on, we are going to add another charges.
Which is?
Which is Now it's fatal accident.